one good question, partner, no? Kasi you as a person, I know you. I know you na, kasi nga, di ba, I shared to you before na I was really surprised knowing na you were part of this kind of organization. Of course, like I said, I have my own stigma about fraternity. Nalaman ko, ha, ikaw? And I know you, diba? Sa office tayo nagkakilala. Sa office, kagalang-galang ka, and knowing na you were part of that, and even more to know na hindi ka lang basta-basta part, but you're also part of those dark days, no? How such a person from that thing transition into a more refined, like yourself now? Paano nangyayari yung transition na yun? Kasi, the reason why I'm asking is because there are still few person I know na part ng ganyang organization. Until now, part pa rin sila. But they were not able to successfully transition from dark to light. If you know what I mean sa minimin ko.
Yeah.
Until now, andun pa rin sila. So, siguro, it can vary from one person to another. But with your case, paano nangyari yung transition na yun?
Gusto ko nang balikan yung sinabi mo, no? It is true. There are brads of mine, or even in other fraternities, who are stuck there, who are not able to really overcome that kind of thinking, that kind of mindset, na parang ando pa rin yung, basta rival frat namin yan, kaaway namin yan. Alam mo yun, they're stuck in that certain phase of their life. And it's very hard when you get stuck there, because there's going to be a lot of hatred. Diba? Parang hindi ka nakawala eh. And it's true. There are really people who are like that. And you get to talk to them in your everyday life. Magugulat ka lang sa inuman. Biglang meron pa palang ganong klaseng galit, ganong klaseng gigil. Diba? Na parang makipag-away. And I'm not saying na hindi natin kaya makipag-away. Alam mo yun? But my God, we're not getting any younger.
Okay.
Diba?
Okay.
So I don't know. I love the question kasi, Clois, no? I want to be able to say this really well. Siguro one thing that will help me is when I realize that hate is baggage. Kasi nabanggit ko to nung previous session natin. I had a lot of angst. I had a lot of anger because of my experiences in my own life, di ba? Nabanggit ko na yon, how I survived as a working student, how I almost literally grew up without parents. Lahat yan. But that's a topic for another time. But all these experiences of mine, nagpatong-patong yan eh. Nagpatong-patong yan. And when you try to find this sense of belongingness, when you try to find a group that you know, that you want to be a part of, nagkakaroon ka ng outlet. And sometimes the wrong thing is you use that outlet into something else. You use that outlet into like an escape na hindi maganda. Di ako, alam mo yung laging may tension, ang bigat-bigat nung alam mo yung feeling na there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of anger inside you. Ang pangit eh. And then when I realized that hate is baggage, doon nag-start yun. I realized na okay lang naman maging matapang, you can still do that. Pero for you to really be stuck in that stage, for you to really be like always trying to prove to people na parang ganito ako, kaya ko makapag-away, that for me is already being immature. Diba? So ako nung na-realize ko yun, I turned that into something else. I turned that into something positive. All my bad experiences, all those emotions na na-realize ko na these are all baggage, all this hate. Diba? I'm not saying that I'm a good person now. No. Hindi naman yun eh. Kasi lahat naman tayo, meron pa rin tayong mga, alam mo yun, there's always a dark side in all of us. But yun yung first step ko. Nung na-realize ko yun, I knew I had to let it go. I knew I had to let go of that because I will be helping myself in return. So yun yung naging transition ko. Yun yung first stage of transition. And then of course, with the help of the Supreme Being. I know I don't want to sound preachy. I don't want to sound preachy here, pero with the help of the Supreme Being. Kasi although I wasn't really going to church during those days, I've always believed that there's always, a Supreme Being looking over all of us. So yun yung nag-start na para pang sabi ko, if I keep on dwelling on the negative, diba, of all those angers, where will it get me? I want to have a bright future. I want to do something. I want to do something out of my life. So paano ba ako makakarating doon kung hindi ko babaguhin yung ganong klaseng mindset ko? Paano ako makakarating doon kung puro hatred at galit ang nagdadala sa, 'di ba? Sa isipan ko. How can I even it took me so long in college eh. 9 years ako in
Yeah.
college eh. I almost made it 10. So 'di ba? Ilang taon na ako nung graduate ako. So paano ko magtitino, 'di ba? So it's part of the maturity. Ayoko sana sabihin yung word na immature, pero para sa akin, immaturity yun eh if you're stuck in that phase. So it's part of the maturity. Nag-mature ako, na-realize ko yung purpose ng Diyos para sa buhay ko, na-realize ko yung, alam mo yun, that hate is baggage. So I move on from there. I started looking at my enemies in a different light. Now, I'm far from perfect. Hindi ko sinabi na pag may nakita akong kaaway ko before, hahag ko. Hindi naman. Di ba? But I made peace with a lot of my enemies, Clois. Nako, there's a lot of stories down the line kung paano ako nakipag-peace sa mga yan. Some people whom I've really been in fights with are now my friends. So parang ganun. You have to move on from that eh. If you want to make something out of your life eh. Kasi if you get stuck there, nako, kawawa ka.
Okay. Very interesting. There was a part, I think you mentioned it multiple times na yung immaturity. Then there's this one parang concept na nag-iiba kasi parang values eh. Nag-iiba yung set ng values depende sa age natin. Diba? When we say sets of values, kung doon din parang humuhugot tayo ng happiness, given that idea na iba-iba per age, nung mas bata tayo, ating source of happiness is different. Pag naging high school tayo is also different. College and young adult to adulthood is also different. Do you think meron siyang connect doon na may mga tao when you were younger, in your younger days, yun yung source of happiness mo? Despite that source of happiness is not good, negative, masakit, delikado, but still, may mga tao na because of their age, yun ang source of happiness nila. And then when you transition to a new set of age, nag-iiba na yung source of happiness mo. Doon ka na sa peace, stability, and direction. Do you think meron siyang connected?
For me, I actually agree with you. Totoo yan. I really agree with you. Kasi every stage in our life, there's always that one thing that makes us happy. There's always that one thing that kind of satisfies our desires. 'Di ba? And when you're young, mapusok ka. You feel like you can capable of doing anything. You feel like you can conquer the world. Parang ganun ka eh. Kaya nga may tinatawag na immaturity. So you make decisions. Sometimes you make decisions that you feel it's right, but you're actually just too young to realize that it's wrong.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, ganun eh. Tama ka dun eh. So, siguro nung bata-bata kami, lalo na ako, I want to speak for myself, siguro bata-bata ako, because of all the experiences I've been through, yun yung nag-validate sa akin. Yun yung parang, not exactly happiness, but it's more like, that's what satisfies me.
Yeah,
Diba?
yun. That's a better word.
Satisfies me.
Satisfies me.
And I will say this, naalala ko bigla, I will say this. One of my friends way back in college actually branded me with this messianic complex. Sabi niya, may messianic complex kayo, or may messiah complex kayo. And it took me a while to understand what that meant. And then I realized, bakit ka ba ako lagi napapaaway? Why do I always find myself in fights, in trouble? And then eventually it dawned on me na kaya ako laging napapagulo kasi kahit hindi ko naman talaga away yan, every time I see someone na binubuli, alam mo yun, I always want to get involved. Di ba with other people, they stay away. As much as possible, they stay away. Ako hindi. Kasi deep inside, and I didn't know this then, then years after I realized, deep inside, I was trying to satisfy something in myself. Yun papasok yung sinasabi mo kanina na parang maybe at a certain stage or age in our lives, di ba? We have different things that satisfies us. Doon ko yun na-realize na parang, kaya pala ako laging, if a brother of mine would say na, alam mo, Clark, tinulak-tulak ako ng isang doon, lasing na lasing. Hindi ko basta-basta kakalimutan yan. Ganun ako mag-isip, nakala mo, ang laki ko no? Hindi ko kakalimutan yan. And my brothers who may be listening in right now or who will hear this will definitely have a smile on their faces because they know exactly what I'm talking about. And I could
Okay.
go on and on with the specific experiences, pero I just want to be general, no? Pag may mga ganun, at sasabihin na, "Parang ganito yan, hindi ko kakalimutan yan. Tatandaan ko yan. Even if it takes weeks, even if it takes days or weeks, babalikan at babalikan ko yan. Kung sino yung taong nagtutulak sa'yo." Kasi nga, I was
Okay.
trying to satisfy, pinagmumukha siyang, alam niyo, nagmumukha siyang parang pinagtatanggol mo yung ibang tao. Di ba, nagmumukha siyang ganun? But deep inside, there's really that thing that you wanted to satisfy inside you. Kaya sinabihan ako na, that's Messianic complex. You always want to rescue people. You always want to, help other people. So parang ganun. But as you grow, as you age, that's where your priorities change. That's where the concept of what makes you happy changes. What satisfies you changes. Diba? And ako, as I grew older, I realized everything. Mga mali ko, yung mga tama kong ginawa, and what exactly I wanted to do with my life. So again, far from perfect, I knew already na this is not the right path. I knew already that if I go down this path, it's going to be a dark one. So yun.
Mhm.
So I had to turn my back on that kind of mindset. Diba? And it dawned on me na if I wanted to change the organization, health organization, I have to make myself as an example. For them to know what not to do. Ayun. Kaya pagka-graduate ko, naghanap na ako ng maayos na trabaho. I put up goals for myself. Nasabi ko, at this age, dapat, kasi naghahabol na ako eh. Sabi ko, at this age, I know there's always a time for everything. What I meant by naghahabol is because I was really independent. I had no one to really rely on. I didn't have parents that I could run to. It was just me and my sister. So sabi ko, naghahabol ako doon na, habol in the sense na I want to have a good career. I want to earn well. Diba? And create a stable for my family. At that time, I wasn't married yet. So, but I knew that already, that was my goal. That is what I wanted to do. So parang ganun. And sad to say, there are people who get stuck, who are not able to get out of that kind of mindset. There are people who get stuck, nagkapamilya na, nagkaanak na, pero ganun pa rin mag-isip. Yun yung sinasabi ko na parang hindi na nag-mature. Pero tama ka doon. I totally agree with you. These are different stages in our lives. Meron times na pagbata tayo, mas mapusok tayo, mas mainit tayo. But as you grow older, you tend to realize that this is not the kind of life that I want. Diba?
Mayroon ng mga few points na parang na-capture sa akin. One thing is that you mentioned about the satisfaction, yung sinasabi mo nga na parang Messiah effect. There was something na you want to satisfy deep inside you, diba? Can you specify, can you identify or acknowledge what was that very thing na parang tinatry mo i-satisfy sa sarili mo? The reason why I'm asking is baka may mga same young adult na nasa same situation mo na baka makaka-relate kasi mahalaga na we identify what's our triggers now. Kaya mo ba siyang identify? Ano yung parang tinatry mo ma-satisfy during that time?
Okay. That's a very insightful and deep na tanong, but I love it. I want to start by saying that broken people attract broken people. And I can honestly say na I was broken at that time. Alam mo yun? And what I wanted to do was, nagkaroon ako ng mindset na I want to help other people even if I could hardly help myself. Ganon. Because I was already broken from the, alam mo yun, broken from the inside na parang feeling ko, okay, if I can't help myself, but I really wanted to. But if I can't help myself, how do I get to that level na magkakaroon ako ng peace, na magkakaroon ako ng satisfaction na hinahanap ko? So, I might as well help other people. Ganon. And when you're that young, kaya nga diba kung naalala mo dun sa previous episode natin when I was talking about outreach programs and paying it forward, diba?
True.
Because I already had the means. I already have the means right now. I can help people, not just in the monetary things, but in other ways. And noon bata ako eh. I was very young. I was broken. So I attracted people who were broken too. Ganun yan. It's like para lang yan kasabihan na birds of the same feather flock together, di ba?
Okay.
Ganun din yun eh. Actually, yung concept na broken people attract broken people, I read that somewhere. And it's true. In my case, it was true. So ang gagawin ko, if I can't help myself, I might as well help others. Yun yung satisfaction. Doon ang gagaling. That's what I was trying to satisfy. I wanted to feel like I was a savior. I wanted to feel like I could help people. And since I didn't have the money to help people, how do I help other people? Two things, like kong ginagawa nun. Una, yung nakapapaaway ako lagi, kasi nga, di ba? Laging, yung feeling mo, pagtatanggol mo yung mga tao na binubully and all. Kasi I was never a bully by nature. And God, I hate that.
Yeah.
Sobra. I was never a bully. Yun nga lang, when you bully me during those days, grabe din yung reaction ko. Next is, how do I help people? I always, alam mo yun, love talking to people. I was always there. I was always, in fact, meron akong friends noon ng college na tawag sa akin, oh, counselor, ganun yung tawag nila sa akin.
Okay,
Yung niloloko
okay.
na ako, dapat magbayad na kami, or di ba, bayaran na dapat natin si Clark whenever we need someone to talk to, because that's how I was helping people. I love the thought, the idea na wala kang makausap, may problemado ka, alam mo yun, young as we were, wala kang most problema. I was always available. It's not about really knowing what to say, but more like being there for the people who really need someone, who really need someone who will listen to them. So ganun ako noon. Tapos I give my own
Okay.
advices. I give my own, and to think, and it's ironic, diba? You give lots of advice and people find it insightful. They think you have a lot of wisdom, but if you can hardly even help yourself. So that's where my satisfaction is.
Thank you, partner. I'll pause you, for a moment because meron akong question na gustong tanongin. And you mentioned about you love saving others, diba? Parang gusto mo yun. That's something na parang isa sa mga reason why you're doing those things, or probably the major reason why you're doing those things. But my question is that something na you feel like natural talaga sa'yo? Talagang gusto mo lang talaga? That's within your DNA? Or it's some sort of like parang projection na parang you feel like that's something that you want people to do for you, but somehow you're not getting it. That's the reason why you're doing it for someone else. Kasi may ganun, di ba? Na parang yung may mga taong deep inside they want to be loved, but they're not getting the love. So anong nangyayari, they spread love despite them not receiving the very thing that they want. Ganun ba yung sa'yo? Or naturally helpful ka talaga, or maybe a combination of both?
Okay, I love your question, Chloe's partner. Pero it's the total opposite. Kaya
Okay.
ako napapangiti. It's the total opposite kasi it's not natural. I mean, I totally believe na no one is born a savior. Well, of course,
Okay.
we're not being preached here, but of course, only Jesus can be born a savior, di ba? Tayo, no one is born a savior. I didn't have that in me. But it was the total opposite of what you mentioned. It wasn't because I wanted to be saved. It was actually the total opposite, because ever since I was young, ever since I was little, people have always been saving me. Alam mo yun, ang dami kong blessings na na-receive. Very chaotic yung buhay ko eh. Young as I was, I've been blessed with different families. They've had a lot of traumatic experiences. Alam mo yun? My sister and I, we've had a lot of, I don't want to go down that road, pero ang dami nating experiences na traumatic. And who save us, di ba? Who save us? That's why I keep on saying na the people that have helped me, these people, and there's so many of them, these people were in fact actually a blessing. Blessing from whom? From the Supreme Being. Kailangan ko nabanggit. Hindi ako
Instrument sila. Okay.
Yes, the Supreme Being used them as instruments. So how do I repay that? What do I do, di ba? Hindi, you pay it forward. So ganun yung mindset ko. Ganun lagi. Kaya ako nagkaroon ng parang, alam mo yun, na parang tinulungan nila ako, nakalusot ako sa ganung stage ng buhay ko. Okay, I survived. Okay, the next day. Kasi ganun ako mag-isip noon eh. There was a time that all I wanted to do was just to survive on a day-to-day basis. Ano ba yung pwede kong kainin ngayon? Di ba? Saan ba ako magre-rent or matutulog? May pambayad ba ako? Ganun ako. That's why I was a working student in college. So, even if these people have helped me to get from one point to another, they can't help me forever. Hindi naman nila ako kamag-anak, hindi nila ako kapamilya eh. But they had a purpose in my life. So how do I repay them? I pay it forward. Yun nagagaling yung savior concept ko. Because even if they help me, you can't really say na they help me and my life is good. No. Diba? They just help me at certain points for me to get from one point to another. Kumbaga sa pagkain may pang ano ka lang, may pantawid gutom ka lang pang araw-araw. Oh. But you still have to recognize that. You still have to be grateful for that. 'Di ba?
Okay.
So how do you repay that? What do you do? Yun, doon papasok yung parang savior, yung messiah complex na meron ako noon. Na parang it's not because I wanted to save, but more like, you know, it's a great feeling that you are able to help other people because other people have been helping me for so many days, for so
Okay.
many times. So parang ganon. Yun, doon ang gagaling. Yun yung root.
Makes sense, makes sense. So, can you safely um, parang ano dito, qualify or categorize yourself talaga naturally? Being helpful naman can be a lot of nuance, no? Pero naturally, your circumstances talaga just compelled you to become one because a lot of people have been helping you sa yung mga, and that's the reason why you're paying it forward because parang kumbaga ano yung nabasa ko sa isang book na parang minsan if you're receiving too much blessing and too much praise, wala kang magawa ba to share it? Is that something ba yun
Yes.
ang nangyayari sa'yo?
Yeah. Yes, that's true. That's true. I agree with that. I really do.
Okay, perfect. I like that. Let's hold our mga thoughts muna and mga topic for another session. Meron naman tayong session lagi-lagi. Baka may gusto kang invite ng mga tropa natin dyan for our next session.
Yeah, definitely. Ako siguro, I just want to, say this, Lois. To our listeners, especially to my brads from UP Los Baños lalo, please share your thoughts. I want to invite you to comment, to share your thoughts. It's okay if you disagree, alam mo yun, but I know many of you guys nakasama ko in these experiences and I know a lot of you can relate. Invite everyone to listen. And of course, yung mga friends natin sa office, from our
Yun.
days in Converges, nakilala, na inabot kami ni Naklois, nakilala talaga kami. I invite you all to listen. Share your thoughts, share your comments. If you have anything that you want to suggest, go ahead.
Yun lang muna hanggang sa susunod guys. Yung mga sa mga nakikinig na at makikinig pa, thank you so much sa pakikinig. And makakaasa kayo sa amin dalawa ni Partner Clark na marami pa kami pag-uusapan pa. Right, partner?
Yes. Thank you, partner.
Thank you so much. 3, 2, 1, stop.